I haven't gone live yet. You're live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Night Quiz. It's Nick's Sunday Night Quiz. Great to see so many people already joined us. We have 16 teams or people logged on, and you can clearly hear me, I hope. Let's hope we've got no technical issues tonight, she says, Nanny. So what have we all been getting up to over this weekend with the new coronavirus restrictions coming into force last Thursday? It's been a little bit awkward for all of us, I'm sure, especially for those of us that enjoy going out to the pub or whatever, but it's proved a bit tricky. Yesterday, I planned a little trip to a pub yesterday afternoon, some 15 miles away from Rugby, a village called Everton, or near Everton, wherever it was, and we cycled all the way to this pub, which is normally open on a Saturday, and it was shut. So we had to turn around and pedal all the way back again, but never mind. Right, we have had Gareth just join us. Good evening, Gareth. Gaz and Bean are here and ready to do, ready for action. Let's see how you fare tonight then, Gaz and the pair of you. 6 rounds of normal trivia tonight, starting off with Sunday the 27th. That's going to be the first round. And I will let me just quickly zip through the other rounds and see how we're faring with the other rounds. Round number 2 tonight is entitled A Food. I'm doing a food round. It's one I made up all on my own, so you won't have any repeat questions there at all. Round number 3, basically round number 3, all 5-letter words starting with the letter W. Good evening, Carol, Home Alone 6, reporting for duty. Good evening to you all. I hope all is well with you, Carol, and the family. It has been a notable change in the weather this weekend, hasn't it been? Although it's been a bit too hot in my house this afternoon because of the sun, but it was noticeably cooler, certainly out on the bike yesterday when we were cycling around. And we got rained up on a bit, but that's by the by. It was only a trickle, not much at all. Round number 3 tonight, as I've mentioned earlier, all 5-letter words starting with the letter W. Round number 4 tonight will be a straightforward trivia trail. Round number 5 this evening is going to be entitled Mystery Numbers. Basically, we did this last week. One answer will be 1 letter long, another answer will be 2 letters long, another answer will be 3 letters long, and so on and so forth. And finally, some very tricky trivia on round 6. What have I done wrong? Oh, well, it was in the cupboard, sorry. What's he got on it? Well, apparently I'll give my daughter a dirty glass, but never mind. Right, let's get back to who's logged in. Jed and Tracy are saying a big hello. Good evening to Jed and Tracy. Hope all is well with you. Last week, Jed and Tracy were in the top somewhere. Let's have a little look. Our list of last Sunday's results were as follows. We had Split the Difference winning the day on 58 points, closely followed by Quizzy Rascals on 57. Then we have PRS on 56.5 points. And yes, in 4th place were Jed and Tracy on 56 points. Only 2 points off the lead. That's some going. That's some good going. So good evening to Jed and Tracy. Johnny Callahan's just joined us. Ice Baby logging in. Good evening, Johnny. Hope all is well with you. And Georgia's also joined us. Hello from the Yorkies. The Yorkies have joined us again to do battle. Let's see how they fare tonight. And Jen's just joined us. Jen Corson. Thank you very much for the gift, Jen. I was displaying it this afternoon as I was playing Genesis on my bit of vinyl that I bought whilst we were away last week in Wells. Well, it was actually Glastonbury that we bought some vinyl whilst we were about it. But came back with a few records which we've been playing, and they're all in reasonably good condition, which I was amazed at. So we've also so very much thank you for that small gift you sent me. It was lovely. Andrew Lewis, good evening from Jane and Andrew from sunny Yelvertoft. Good evening to you, Andrew. Hope all is well. Chris Meads is joining us. And we've had Lisa, good afternoon, all. Team UK, USA reporting in. Hope they're all staying sane in the UK. Well, yeah, it's a bit like that at the moment. It's up and down like the Assyrian Empire, but never mind. I was hoping to get the pub quiz going again for November. That's now on the back burner again. Probably not going to happen until next year at this rate, which is a great shame. But never mind. It's one of those things we have to put up with, I suppose. So what's the temperature? Let's just get a temperature check from Lisa in California. It's got to be warmer than here. Well, I say warmer than here. My lounge at the moment is 23 degrees, but I know it's been about 12 or 13 degrees outside today, which has not been very warm at all, to be fair. Up and down on the Assyrian Empire. Oh dear. What have we got? Lydia? Yeah, Lydia said it. Right, we've got Dean Johnson just joining us. So Dean and Alison from Don Quixote joining us from South London. Good evening to you. Hope all is well. I don't know whether you'll have to tell me whether the rest of your team's joining you from Manchester or where else. Martin Davis is joining us. Good evening, Martin. I hope the fishing went well. I saw your post on Facebook about the it being a bit cold, and at least you didn't have to break any ice, did you? I hope you caught something and you had a good fun fishing yesterday. And good evening to Jane and Graham Gifford from sunny. Oh, something's flying around. What's that? From sunny Cambridge. Hope all is well with you and you've had a nice day. Pick a Mix have just joined us. Not sunny and tough because it's night time. Yes, well, obviously, yes, it is now night time. In fact, I can see the moon out my window, so it's still clear out there. Probably means it's going to drop down quite cool this evening, but never mind. Ian Miller's just joining us. Good evening, Lydia. What's that? Hague Club One Ice and ginger ale. That sounds very nice. What else is everybody else drinking tonight? Tonight, my beer of choice to start me off is an APH. No, it's not. It's an HPA. It's just that on the screen it appears backwards. Hereford Pale Ale. A fine ale from the Wye Valley Brewery. We can't go wrong with that, can we? So, right, so he's on Hague Club One Ginger Ice. Martin Davis says, not a sausage, just a young cygnet pinching the bait. Great. That's all you need. Never mind. Right, Mike Yates has joined us. Good evening, Mike. Hope all is well with you and you've had a good weekend. Michelle's joined us. Good evening, Nick. And all Crick team signing in, so that's some tough opposition straight away. Martin Davis is on the Black Sheep Ale. Ian Anthony James has now joined Don Quixote from the Salford gang, have joined Dean, whatever else. And we've got Matthew Blood and PRS are signing in. Now we're all in trouble. Last week's, where were they? Third place last week, first place on the Wednesday, the week before. So, yes, very strong team. Power generation today, Matthew. You always ask me the same question. Very good today. I don't know how. Let me have a quick look at my. I'll have a quick look at my phone and tell you how many kilowatts we've. The problem was I'd already charged the car yesterday, so it didn't need charging today. So all my surplus power was going straight back to the blooming grid today. But never mind. Does anyone want to buy any surplus power off me? You're more than welcome on sunny days if we can get it to your house somehow. Right, we now have 48 concurrent users online at the moment, with more joining us as we speak. Mick and Bev have just come online. Good evening, Mick. Hope all is well with you. What was it I asked Bev? No. There's a definite question in tonight's quiz that Bev should know, as she was in charge of X-ray with her, with her previous career. So we'll see how they do there. Been to Rocco Gardens next to Stroud when I drive all around the Cotswolds on the way back. Oh, lovely. That sounds a nice trip. That sounds very good. And so, Ian, what beer are you on tonight? You must be on something. And have you managed to put the food out for the hogs already, or are they knocking at the window ready for their dinner? We'll have to wait and see. Let me just run through last week's winners again for you, just in case you've joined and you didn't know. We had in first place last week, split the difference. This was last Sunday on 58 points. They were closely followed by the Quizzy Rascals on 57 points and PRS just half a point behind on 56.5 points. Then we had Jed and Tracy on 56 points. We had the Famous Five on 55.5 points. We had and we had Team UK USA also on 55 points. So I think they're beginning to get the hang of my quizzes long last. And we had Michelle Gibbons on 54.5 and the Rugby Rotary Club on 54 points. This was last week's score. So they were the top top 8 teams last Sunday. So let's see whether that somebody can upset that. Can't see whether we can get another winner tonight, somebody that hasn't won before. So Sarah's just joined us, Sarah and Russ from Worcester. So let's good evening to you, and hope you've had a great weekend. Again, I saw something on one of your Facebook blogs. You've been camping somewhere in the freezing cold, something like that. I'm not quite sure. You'll have to let me know, Sarah, where you've been. It looked like good fun, whatever you were doing, but never mind. What's he saying? Yes, food. Yes, food. Back in my food got. Oh, Harry Cage has just joined us. So Harry, Julian, and Ian, I'm sure will be joining us. They're back from Yarmouth for one night only. My goodness. What does that mean? You're back to Yarmouth again? And Anne Anderson's just joined us. So Anne and David joined us in from rainy Essex. Oh dear. Well, we haven't got rain here. It's been a beautiful, clear day. Very bright, clear, sunny skies today. And that wind, which was really quite vicious yesterday, has dropped noticeably today. So been feeling quite a lot better. But yeah, sorry to hear it's raining down in Essex. You've obviously caught the clouds. But I think we're in for a bit more this week, a bit more wet weather. But I think the temperatures are going up, aren't they? Right, Paula Lewis has just joined us from the Quizzy Rascals. Second place last week for the Quizzy Rascals on a fantastic 57 points. That's not bad, only dropping 3 points in the whole quiz. I'm sure one or two of you are going to drop a few more points tonight when we get to the last round, because I tried to make it a bit of a stinker as usual. But I've tried to lighten it up a bit, the quiz as well, with some more humorous questions, but we'll see how we get on. Harry Cage, Dad not so well being at RYC. So Harry's having to go back and forth to Yarmouth at the moment, looking after his dad. That's a shame. Hope all goes well for you there. Nick Bowers, hello, blimey. Only seems 5 minutes since we heard your dulcet tones and singing. Oh, excellent. Well, I'll see whether I can do some more singing for you tonight. I'm not sure how many musical questions I've got, but never mind, we'll see. And the famous five, John O'Rourke and the gang, have just joined us. Good evening, John. Hope all is well with you and the team. As I mentioned earlier, you were in the points last week, 55.5 points. With the winning team on 58. Right, let me just run through our 6 rounds tonight again. We're starting off with initial letter round effectively, which is Sunday the 27th, where I give you the first letter and or number of the first 10 answers. Round number 2 is a round I wrote all by myself this afternoon on food. So if you know anything about food whatsoever, you might know some of these answers. Round number 3 tonight are all 5-letter words starting with the letter W. 5-letter words starting with the letter W. Round number 4 is entitled a trivia trail. A trivia trail where the last letter of your first answer, the first letter of your next answer. Round number 5 tonight is going to be entitled a mystery number round. Mystery number of letters round, 1 to 10, but in random order. So one of the answers will be 1 letter long, another one will be 2, another will be 3. I'll explain when we get there. And finally, round number 6 is a rather tricky, just general trivia round tonight. Real silly trivia questions that some of you may or may not know, and we'll see how we fare. Right, we've just had Kevin Keenan and the Rotary Club of Rugby joining us. So good evening to the Rotary Club of Rugby. I hope, how many have you got in the team tonight, Kevin? You'll have to let me know. See who's online that I can wave to and say hello. Robin Miller, no, do not do any singing under any circumstances whatsoever. I'm sure as a former member of the Lawrence Sheriff School Choir, you must admit, my Robin, I'm probably as good a singer as you, but we'll see. It could be worse. Right then, we've got a couple of, well, we've got basically a minute to get before we get going. We've got 65 teams now concurrently online, or 65 people at least logged in somewhere. George Priestley's just joined us. Good evening, George. Hope all is well with you. And I want to encourage everybody to speak to everybody else on the chat. You know, do feel free to chat with whoever you like and make good friends with other people that you don't know. It's surprising actually how many friends I have made whilst we've been doing this. It's surprising. So do feel free to join in with the chat. Footy Fox have joined us. Good evening, Footy Fox 86. And right, we're about there, 2015. We are there. So let us get going. Eyes down, lock in, get yourselves a beer at the ready, and I will take out a restraining order. Right, here we go then. Round one, question one. Remember, starting with the letter S, S for Sunday, or S as in Sunday. With his whole life lived in the space of 1 week. On what day did Solomon Grundy die? So with his whole life lived in the space of 1 week. On what day did Solomon Grundy die? Apparently that nursery rhyme was intended for children to learn their days of the week, surprisingly. I didn't know that until I read about it the other day. It seems obvious, really, when you think about it, but never mind. So, yeah, well done, Kevin. So we've got Richard. Good evening, Richard. John Levis has joined us, Ian Davis, Trish Davis, and partners. Excellent. Good then. Well, you should have known that first one. Pink and Perky are signing out a fantastic Sunday tea and an afternoon in the boozer. That sounds great fun. Right, question number 2 then. Starting with the letter U, which makes this a bit easy for you. Using a near-infrared integral field spectrometer at the Gemini North Telescope in Hawaii, researchers have determined that the cloud cover composed of hydrogen sulfide gives which planet a distinctive noxious scent? It's the only planet that could have a noxious scent, surely. So question 2 again, using a near-infrared integral field spectrometer at the Gemini North Telescope in Hawaii, researchers have determined that the cloud cover composed of hydrogen sulfide gives which planet a distinctive noxious scent? Yeah, okay. That question, we're always going to throw one of them in somewhere, haven't we? Question number 3. Remember, starts with the letter N, as in Sunday. You're obsessed, says Roy. Right, question number 3. Which fictional character, originally first published in 1949, was illustrated by the Dutch artist Elko Martinus van der Beek? I'll give you the choice. Was it Noddy, Nelly the Elephant, or Ned Flanders? So question 3 again, which fictional character originally published in 1949 was illustrated by the Dutch artist Elko Martinus van der Beek? I'll give you the choice. Was it Noddy, Nelly the Elephant, or Ned Flanders? Not too difficult, that one, surely. Right, question number 4. Starting with the letter D, closely related to the human measles virus, what is a viral disease that affects a variety of animal families, especially domestic species of dogs? So question 4 again, closely related to the human measles virus, what is a viral disease that affects a variety of animal families, especially domestic species of dogs? You'll have all have heard of it. Whether you can remember it's a different matter, but we'll see. Now, whatever you do, don't sit too close to the television or your screens, because I need to be at least 2 meters apart. So you might like to all just make sure we're not too close to each other. I have, of course, brought my mask just in case we need to wear it tonight, but my special Atomic Brewery mask. It looks very fetching, I'm sure, but never mind. But I haven't had anybody moaning at me yet. Put that on. Question number 5, starting with the letter A. Which of our relatives is especially renowned for her Yorkshire puddings, roast potatoes, and her potato and swede mash? So, which of our relatives is especially renowned for her Yorkshire puddings, roast potatoes, and her potato and swede mash? Bit of a daft question, that one, but never mind. Yes, I could have had the name of that planet on my thing, I suppose, but never mind. That would have been quite funny, Martin. Question number 6, starting with the letter Y, which is a big giveaway, also known as nosebleed plant, old man's pepper, or devil's nettle. What is a common flowering plant in the family Asteraceae? I think that's how you spell it. So also known as nosebleed plant, old man's pepper, or devil's nettle. What is a common flowering plant in the family Asteraceae? That's going to start with the letter Y. Right, question number 7, of course, starts with the number 2, starts with the number 2, as in 27th. As it's the 27th today, thought by the superstitious and to imply bad luck. What score in the game of cricket is referred to as a double Nelson? So, thought by the suspicious to imply bad luck. What score in the game of cricket is referred to as a double Nelson? I hope you're all faring okay so far on this first round. Do remember it should spell out the word Sunday, 27th, Sunday the 27th. Right, question number 8. This starts with the number 7. What is the number of the road stroke motorway that connects the M6 near Gretna and the M8 near Glasgow? So question 8 again. What is the number of the road stroke motorway that connects the M6 near Gretna and the M8 near Glasgow? How's that? Very, very witty, Ian. Very witty. Oh dear. So somebody would have to come up with that, with cricketing question, but never mind. Just, oh dear, he's catching, I'm sure. I've just had to slip that one in. Oh dear, I expect you're all bowled over with that. Oh dear God. Sorry, cricket joke's gone too far tonight. Robin Miller's just said bye. That's funny. Right, question number 9. Starting, of course, with the letter T. Less of this tomfoolery. Are we ready? Which nursery rhyme's second verse starts with the lines, when the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon? So which nursery rhyme's second verse starts with the lines, when the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon? Not too tricky, that one. And finally, question number 10, starting with the letter H, as in houses. Which popular small house pets have species such as golden or Syrian? So which popular small house pets have species even, such as golden or Syrian? And that's going to start with the letter H. Just had a maiden over. What was her name, Ian? Dear God. Dear. Right then, everybody, I think that was a fairly straightforward round. Let's just hope you've got an answer for each of those, and we will see how you fared after this first round. So, pens down, drinks in your hand, have a quick swig while we go through the answers. So, question number 1. In his whole life, in the space of a week, Solomon Grundy, of course, died on Saturday. Was buried on Sunday, just in case you got Sunday down. Number 2, of course, the planet was Uranus or Uranus, whichever one gives the most noxious scent, I suppose. Number 3, the fictional character who was illustrated by the Dutch artist, was Noddy. Well done if you got that. That's disease which is closely related, distemper. Number 5, of course, our relative, it's Auntie Bessie, or Aunt Bessie's Yorkshire puddings, roast potatoes. Number 6, also known as nosebleed plant, it's yarrow, of course. Yarrow, it has quite a few medicinal purposes, one of which stopping nosebleeds, apparently. Number 7, a double Nelson, is 222 or 222. Number 8, the number of the motorway that I wanted, which is also an A road, it's an A road stroke M road, is the 74. Number 9, of course, that nursery rhyme was Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. How I wonder what you are when the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon. Yeah, and finally, number 10, which popular small house pets have species such as golden or Syrian? They are hamsters. Oh dear, Squeaky Pod saying buffering a bit. Don't know if it's our internet. That's a bit of a blow. So let's just have a look. Oh dear, we're buffering there too. I've got a full strength thing here at about 60 gigs. So let's just hope it is a temporary glitch and nothing more. Right, we've got Ian Miller straight in with us, an 8. We've got Don Quixote in with a 10. Very well done. Sarah is there buffering 2. They're on an 8. We've got Split the Difference on 10. We've got Martin Davis on 8. We've got Andrew Lewis on 7. Ice Ice Baby on 8. Footy Fox 86 on 7. We've got Home Alone 6 on 8. We've got the Yorkers on 7. Quizzy Rascals on a very impressive 10. Roger Griffiths on 8. Mick Roberts on 8. Nick Bowers is saying, oh dear, on a 6. PRS on a 10. We're buffering 2. Oh dear. Pinky and Perky 7. We've got Michelle on an 8. Robin Miller, I've been getting a bit of juddering. Pick and Mixer on 9. Squeaky Pobs on 10. We've got Mike Yates on 8. And Anderson is on 8. We've got the Rugby Road Club on a very respectable 10. Not the best start for Team UK USA on a 6, as is Garrison Bean on a 6. Jed and Tracy, a very good 9 out of 10. Graham Gifford on 7, and we have the famous 5 also on 9 points. We've got Harry, Julian, Ian. The yucca got in the way. Bother the yucca plant. Well, I had yucca the other week. I wouldn't have had that again, surely. Well, I might have. Actually, the yucca would probably be quite good for nosebleeds. It'd certainly give you one if you fell on it. But never mind. Right, are we having, I think a few people are having buffering programs. I would suggest you just log off and log back on again. That's the only really way forward, because if I log out, we're in real trouble, I suppose. I wouldn't do that. We tried doing that before and it was a bit of a disaster, as I recall. So it's such a shame if we're getting too much buffering tonight. As I say, I've got a full strength internet thing here, 70 megabytes, so there doesn't seem to be anything wrong here. However, I don't know where YouTube servers are. They're probably in the States, so it's going back to the USA and back or something silly like that, but never mind. Right then, are we ready to crack on with round 2? Do feel free to just log off and back on again. We'll see what can happen. You can hit the live button at the bottom of the screen. Who, me? Do you mean me? Or do you mean the rest of the people? I don't know where the live button is. So it's in the stream. Are you talking to me, Mike? Does it mean you can hit the live button at the bottom of the screen? If buffers worked for me. Oh, right. Oh, try that then. If there's a live button at the bottom of the screen, try hitting it. If it buffers worked for me. Right. We seem to be back up to all teams raring to go. So round number 2 is a food round. A food round. I was asked by the wife. She wanted a food round, and I know a number of people love to do a food round. So I thought I'd come up with one all by myself. So here we go. Listen to this carefully. Question number 1. With over 170 million tons grown annually each year, green zebra, heirloom, and Roma are all types of which fruit? So question 1 again, with over 170 million tons grown annually each year, green zebra, heirloom, and Roma are all varieties of which fruit? It's actually the number 1 in the world. That will help. Thank you. Hovering worked. Well done, Mike Yates. We're coming up with the thank you. Hovering worked. Try a bit of hovering at the bottom of the page. That might help some people if they're struggling with their buffering. Question number 2. After the name of a country here. Jarlsberg cheese is licensed to be produced in various parts of the world by which European country's dairy industry? So Jarlsberg cheese is licensed to be produced in various parts of the world by which European country's dairy industry? Is it number 1 in Asda? Could well be. Leslie Barrett's just said the rugby, is it? Well, yeah, Mighton Hospice online quiz, Thursday the 8th of October. He said register by the 6th. There's a phone number there, £5 per person or £15 for a family for fundraising. Well, for those that don't come from the rugby area, the rugby Mighton Hospice is basically three hospices in the rugby area, Rugby, Coventry, and somewhere else, and I can't remember where the other house is, but never mind. I'm sure somebody will tell me. But yeah, it's all in a good cause. So one, it's not colliding with my quiz. I don't mind. So feel free. So question number 3. With a name first documented in 997 AD, what foodstuff evolved from similarly styled flatbread dishes from Naples? So with a name first documented in 997 AD, what foodstuff evolved from similarly styled flatbread dishes from Naples? So 1-word answer I'm after, which might help you. Just a 1-word answer. Right, I'm now going to open an old friend, or an old peculiar, so we'll see how we get on with this. Cold filtered and unpasteurized. Oh yes, says Ian. Right, question number 4. Which Gloucestershire cheese was brought to international attention in the 2005 Wallace and Gromit movie, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, in which Gromit used it to revive Wallace, who appeared to be dead? It's food, by the way, Leslie. Food is the idea behind this round, some description. So question 4 again. Which Gloucestershire cheese was brought to international attention in the 2005 Wallace and Gromit movie, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, in which Gromit used it to revive Wallace, who appeared to be dead? Yes, Sif, you can post that again towards the end. We'll put it on a couple of times and we'll get it in the chat a few times. Either that or post it each round at the beginning. And then if people want to join in with an online quiz on a Thursday, they're more than welcome, I suppose. There's probably time that I did one rather than set one all the time. Right, question number 5. Similar in shape, the English word for which popular spice takes its name from the French word for nail? Should be able to work that one out. So similar in shape, the English word for which popular spice takes its name from the French word for nail. It's also the Latin word for nail, but I thought I wouldn't bother putting that in because it might make the question even longer. But some of you might know Latin better than French. Question number 6, stupid question this one. What did Paddington Bear's Uncle Pastuzo always keep under his red bucket hat in case of emergency? So question 7, do remember it's a food round. So question 6 again. What did Paddington Bear's Uncle Pastuzo always keep under his red bucket hat in case of emergency? It's a stupid one. Question number 7, typical quiz question. This, I've heard this before. Flavoured condom. Well, that's a great reply, Ian. I like that one. Oh dear, oh dear. Got any other suggestions? What he might have cut under his hat? That's a really good one, that. Question number 7. Listen carefully. What is the name given to the cuisine that stems from the French colonists who left Canada in 1755 and settled in and around the swamps of Louisiana? So what is the name given to the cuisine that stems from the French colonists who left Canada in 1755 and settled in and around the swamps of Louisiana? I'm sure you're all keeping up with this tricky food round. Question number 8. What name is given to the main type of sugar found naturally in the milk of most mammals? So question 8 again. What name is given to the main type of sugar found naturally in the milk of most mammals? You nearly got me there. I thought it might be strawberry as well. Oh dear. Question number 9, the clue's in the question, so listen carefully. Believed to have been written for the close of the Christmas season, which of Shakespeare's comedies opens with the line, "If music be the food of love, play on"? It's a good opening line, that one. So believed to have been written for the close of the Christmas season, which of Shakespeare's comedies opens with the line, "If music be the food of love, play on"? And finally, question number 10. I'll try to give you a bit more of a clue with this one, but I think it's pretty straightforward. Question number 10. Often a source of amusement, what is a traditional British pudding made with suet and dried fruit and often served with custard? 2-word answer for that one. So often a source of amusement, what is a traditional British pudding made with suet and dried fruit and often served with custard? So there we have it. That's the end of our food round. You've all done very well. Don't seem to be anybody offline, so it looks like the buffering problem possibly has cured itself, but we will see. Yeah, you might need to use the strawberry what's it with that one. Sorry, Carol. What? There's nothing wrong with that. I'll explain as we get to it. I did a bit of research in it, actually, but never mind. Thanks, Martin. Dear God. So the quiz is all about keeping everybody amused and happy during these dreadful times. You know, could be worse, couldn't it? Could have Bamber Gascoigne doing the quiz or something. Is he still alive? That's an interesting question. Right then, have we got answers down for everything? Are we ready to do some marking, Angela? Yes, right, here we are. We've got an answer for everything. So an answer for everything's better than nothing. Yes. My American husband is laughing, and he is 12. Give me like me and support Burnley. A lot of air gets through suit. Right, here we go. Question number 1. With over 170 million tonnes grown annually, which fruit has varieties called Green Zebra, Heirloom, and Roma? They're all varieties of tomato. I was leading you up the garden path there. Tomato, it's the biggest sold fruit in the world by a country mile. You'll be surprised to know. Number 2, Jarlsberg cheese is licensed to produce by Norway's dairy industry. Number 3, that foodstuff that evolved from similarly styled flatbread dishes from Naples, of course, was pizza. Number 4, the Gloucestershire cheese that suddenly became famous was Stinking Bishop. Stinking Bishop. It's still not available in supermarkets either. They've kept it very unique. Question number 5, similar in shape. The English word for which popular spice? Well, that's clove, because cloves look a little bit like nails, I suppose. Question number 6, what did Paddington Bear's Uncle Pastuzo keep under his red bucket hat? It was not a condom. It was a marmalade sandwich. A marmalade sandwich, of course. Number 7, what is the name given to the cuisine that stems from the French colonists? That's Cajun. Number 8, lactose, of course, is that sugar that's found naturally in milk. Number 9, the Shakespeare play, of course, to close the Christmas season, of course, that gives it away. It's Twelfth Night. And finally, number 10, often a source of amusement, it's Spotted Dick, of course, Spotted Dick, which is suet pudding with dried fruit. Now, Dick, apparently, the etymology goes something like it comes from northern, because Dick is known as pudding up north in various places. So there we have it, just in case you want to know where the Dick came from. Right, we've got Sarah and the gang from Worcester. Very respectable 18 points. The Rugby Rotary Club's still out there. 20 points, well played. Jed and Tracy on 17. We've got Squeaky Bob on 18. Mike Yates now on 17. Ian Miller's moving on to 15. What split the difference also on 20 points. We've got Home Alone 6 on 16. I love that round, said Michelle on 17. Roger Griffiths on 14. Nick Bowles on 14. Don Quixote, they must be on more than 10. We got Harry Julian Ian on 16. We got Leslie Barrett on 15.5, well played. Mick Roberts on 17. Ice Baby. Johnny Callahan on 18. Martin Davis is saying, oh dear, don't tell me you put bananas down or something like that. On 14. Don Quixote on a very respectable 19 points. Andrew Lewis on 13. Pinky and Perky on 15. We've got Footy Fox 86 on 13. Pick a Mixer on 16. We've got Anne Anderson on 14. Graham Giffords on 16. The Quidditch Rascals have obviously played their joker because they're on 29 points. It's been retracted. They're on 19 points. Gaz and Bean are on 12. We've got Team UK USA on 13. PRS 20 points. Very good. Georgia is saying 11 started off well, now it's all gone downhill. Oh, well, what a shame. Never mind, Georgia. Stick at it. It gets better. John O'Rourke, famous 5 on a fantastic 19 points. So we've got a number of teams on the 19s. And at the moment, I think we've got 3 teams on 20 points, something like that. So doing very well indeed. Now, round number 3 tonight is entitled All 5-Letter Words, starting with the letter W. What could be easier than that? Which, for instance, or something like that. In fact, there's 2 5-letter. Anyway, right. You'll get the idea as we go along. So all the answers are just 5 letters long, starting with the letter W, and it's not a particularly tricky round. So here we go. Question number 1. What was the surname of Robert and Mary who first produced their lemonade in Camberwell, South London in 1845? So what was the surname of Robert and Mary who first produced their lemonade in Camberwell, South London in 1845? Right, what's happened to the chat? Anybody else chatting about anything silly? If anybody else had anything really fantastic, humorous happen this weekend, just let me know. Right then, question number 2. Commonly caused by people falling onto a hard surface, a Coles fracture is a break at which joint in the body? Oh, iceberg. Do you know, that was one of my favourites, that was, Ian, iceberg. We used to get that regularly. In fact, I used to go to Titanic Brewery and pick up beers from Titanic at one stage, do a swap with them. They'd have some of our beer, we'd have some of theirs, and we often had iceberg on. Iceberg, as I recall, always had a slight haze on it, which I thought was no problem at all, magnificent. But 1 or 2 of my customers used to moan, it's not really clear, you know. Ha! I used to manage Sea City Museum in Southampton. We stocked Titanic Brewery beer, including iceberg. Do you know the first captain of the Titanic was from Rugby in Warwickshire? Captain Haddock, his name was. I tried to find out a bit more information about where he went to school, but it didn't help. Yeah, it's plum porter. We love the plum porter. We often used to get it. In fact, it's become quite popular, plum porter, but they haven't had any spare recently. Sounds fishy. Robin Miller, that's Tintin. Yes, you're right. Same person. Captain Haddock. Oh dear. Question number 3. A tarantula hawk is an animal that hunts tarantulas. But what type of animals are tarantula hawks? So question number 3 again. A tarantula hawk is an animal that hunts tarantulas. But what type of animals are tarantula hawks? Could be a whale. It would fit. Well, the old peculiar's going down all right. Cold filter and unpasteurised. What does cold filtered mean, really? I mean, I've no idea what that really means. You what? No, I'm only just pass me first. Question number 4. With its origins in the USA, this will help our USA friends. What is the brand name of a multinational chain of fast food restaurants that is currently headquartered in Joburg, South Africa, or Johannesburg? 5 letters, Roy, 5 letters. So with its origins in the USA, what is the brand name of a multinational chain of fast food restaurants that is currently headquartered in Johannesburg, South Africa? Oh yeah, number 3 was a plural. Sorry, that doesn't help. So stick an S on the end of that one. Yeah, number 3 is a plural, Obviously, it doesn't fit if it's just 4 letters. Right, question number 5. It doesn't quite read like this, but you'll get what I'm after. A molecule containing 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogen atoms that are connected by covalent bonds is commonly known as what? Or maybe not just 1 molecule, but a lot of them. So a molecule containing 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogen atoms that are connected by covalent bonds is commonly known as what? Oh dear, I remember covalent bonds at school. Never get my head around that. Then I could never get many things around my head at school, but never mind. Especially French. I never was any good at French. Anybody else never any good at French? Oh dear. I think you preempted this question, Sif. Question number 6. What marine animal has over 80 species, 3 of which are called brides, fin, and grey? So question number 6. What marine animal has over 80 species, 3 of which are called brides, fin, and grey? Oui. I was hopeless at French. I don't know why. Problem is, they never spoke it in class. What they were trying to do was teach you how to conjugate a verb. My best was RE. Oh dear, dear, dear. I wasn't too bad at RE because, of course, I went to church. There are frog marks there every week by my mother. Question number 7. Listen carefully. What is a structure on the shore of a harbour or on the bank of a river, or where ships may dock to load and unload cargo? So question 7 again, starting with the letter W, 5 letters long. What is a structure on the shore of a harbour or on the bank of a river, or where ships may dock to load and unload cargo? The priest never touched me. I don't quite understand how the theme said there. Oh, he's talking about RE still, that's what it is. I can play. That priest never touched me. Question number 8, listen carefully. What relationship to Henry the VIII, Henry VIII, did Catherine Parr become in the January of 1547? So what relationship to Henry VIII did Catherine Parr become in the January of 1547? Not too hard really with a letter, is it? So has anybody really been suffering with the new lockdown restrictions? Going to the pub with your mask on? Cool, dear. They'll soon be saying that you've got to sit at a table in a pub or a restaurant with your mask on. It's getting even worse, isn't it? Question number 9. What is a British high street chain which sells homewares and household goods and was founded in 1930 in Leicester? So what is a British high street chain which sells homewares and household goods and was founded in 1930 in Leicester? Oh my God, yeah. Michelle says she couldn't go and see the son. Family leads lockdowns. Good God. We never used to let people in with face masks on. Yeah, they used to just wear hoodies. Now we've got face masks. I'm sorry, mate, can't see your face. Dear. Have any of you, obviously everybody's taking card payments now, and like me, I expect half of you use your phone, don't you, to make a payment? And of course, mine's got face recognition on, so you have to take the mask off to recognise your face to put it back on. Has anybody noticed that? Yeah, maybe not. And finally, question number 10. Listen carefully. With a population of over 100,000 people, what is a large town in Greater Manchester situated on the River Douglas? There's a good one for you. Asda now has security on the door, making sure people have masks on. God. So question 10 again, with a population of over 100,000, what is a large town in Greater Manchester situated on the River Douglas? Right, there we have it. That's the end of that round. All 5-letter answers beginning with the letter W. So let's see whether we've got a full house on some of those. I'm pretty sure we don't need too long to think about those, as they all start with W's and they're all 5 letters. So, yeah, that happens, I'm sure. Ian's just said as soon as they get past security to take them off. Well, not everybody does, but there's 1 or 2 people we've noticed wandering around supermarkets without them on. But it gets a bit more awkward in pubs because people insist that people stick them on. So there you go. Question number 1. Here we go then. Here are the answers. The surname of Robert and Mary, of course, were White, as in R. White's lemonade. Number 2, a Coles fracture is a fracture at the wrist or near the wrist. Number 3, a tarantula hawk is a type of wasp. I wanted wasps, the plural. Number 4, with its origins in the USA, it's Wimpy, of course. It's headquartered in Joburg. Number 5, a molecule containing blah, blah. I was after water. I'm sure you worked that out in the end. Number 6, the marine animal with over 80 species was a whale. Number 7 is a wharf where you unload or load ships. Number 8, what relationship did Henry VIII, did Catherine Parr become in the January? She became a widow. A widow. Well done if you work that out. Number 9, what is a British high street retail chain? Sells homewares. That's Wilko. And finally, number 10, it was Wigan, of course. Wigan, which is situated on the River Douglas. So well done if you got that. Right then, everybody, let's have some scores in and see how I've done. So, Sarah and Russ on a fantastic 27. Michelle's on 26. We've got Ian Miller on 25. The Yorkies, Georgia Lambert on 18 points. We've got Graham Gifford on 26. We've got Martin Davis on 23. Nick Bowser on 22. Mike Yates on 27 points. We've got Home Alone 6 on 26. We've got the Rugby Roach Club on 29. We've got Roger Griffiths on 23. We've got Split the Difference on 30. Don Quixote on 29 points. Footy Foxes on 28. Ice Ice Baby on 28. Jed and Tracy are on 26. Andrew Lewis is doing very well on Jane on 22. As is Anne Anderson in sunny Essex on 23 points. We've got Mick Roberts on 26. Gaz and Bean are on 20. We've got Pickamix on 26. We've got Squeaky Bob on 27. Paula Lewis and the Quizzy Rascals are on 28. We've got Leslie Barrett on 24 and a half. We've got PRS on 29, and he's saying Claire's not happy, as she said, wimpy. Oh dear, was that one we got wrong? Diane, Alex, and Pinky and Perky. I can't see the score there, but never mind, it's kind of blocked out. And Harry Julian in on 25 points. So we're all doing quite well. So we have a Famous Five also on 29 points. Well done, Famous Five. Team UK USA, a bit of a comeback. They're on 22. And we got Pinky and Perky, on 23 points. It didn't seem to come up, did it, before? I don't know why, but never mind. Anyway, well done, Pinky and Perky. I'm glad to see you all doing well there. Do you know Pinky and Perky was first broadcast in 1957? And do you know why I know that? Because I was born in 1957. Hey, that's a stupid fact of the day award. Right then, everybody. Round number 4 is a trivia trial where the last letter of your first answer is the first letter of your next answer. So eyes down, look in, and we will get going. I just need to refresh my glass. So all of you just make sure you get your beers to hand. Does everybody seem to have been connected okay? The number on my left-hand side of people connected seems to have stayed stable for the last round, so I trust most people's buffering problems seem to have sorted themselves out. Not that I know, but we'll see. Right then, number 1 is a two-word answer. Question number 1, which actress played the role of a hospital matron in Carry On Nurse in 1959? Yes, most people seem to be okay. So which actress played the role of a hospital matron in the Carry On Nurse in Carry On Nurse in 1959? Very popular she was too. Right, take the last letter of that answer, and it's the first letter of this one-word answer I'm after. Question number 2, who is a fictional character and the main antagonist in the James Bond novel and film versions of The Man with the Golden Gun? So question 2 again, who is a fictional character and the main antagonist in the James Bond novel and film versions of The Man with the Golden Gun? I'm sure you'll all get that one. Come on, you Yorkies, that's not too old for you lot, surely. Use your letter, you'll have heard of it. Right, question number 3, going back to the Bible. This is one for Ian Miller, obviously, if he liked RE. What is the prophesied location of a gathering of armies for a battle with an end of the world scenario? So question 3 again, what is the prophesied location of a gathering of armies for a battle with an end of the world scenario? I think it's in the book of Revelations. That's the book of the Bible, or the New Testament anyway. Depending on whether you put the New Testament first or second, but it normally comes second for some of you. Right, take the last letter of that location, and it's the first letter of question of number 4, or answer number 4, sorry. Found in the brain and spinal cord, what name is given to a cell that processes and transmits information through electrical and chemical signals? So found in the brain and the spinal cord, what name is given to a cell that processes and transmits information through electrical and chemical signals? It's quite interesting. Your body works on electricity. That's why I get up doing like this in the morning. Right, take the last letter of that one-word answer, and it's the first letter of this. Question number 5. What was the name of the animal depicted in a song written in 1956 by Ralph Butler and Peter Hart about a fictional, intelligent elephant? It's just a one-word answer. So what was the name of the animal depicted in a song written in 1956 by Ralph Butler and Peter Hart about a fictional, intelligent elephant? Apparently most elephants are reasonably intelligent. Question number 6. This was on The Chase the other day, just in case you watched The Chase. What name is given to a short, very difficult instrumental musical composition which is designed to provide practice material for perfecting a particular musical skill? So question 6, what name is given to a short, very difficult instrument music composition which is designed to provide practice material for perfecting a particular musical skill? Anybody watch the Grand Prix this afternoon or this morning? I went to watch it at 2 o'clock. It had already finished. Thought, what's going on here? But never mind. I should have really found out what time it was on. You haven't watched it, Ian. You don't want to know the result, do you? Right. I'll keep stum. Question number 7. Remember to use the last letter of your previous answer. Question number 7. Completed in 1892, Goodison Park has been home to which Premier League club ever since, and is one of the oldest purpose-built football grounds? So completed in 1892, Goodison Park has been home to which Premier League club ever since, and is one of the world's oldest purpose-built football grounds? That's just a one-word answer I'm after. Just when you thought it couldn't get any easier, the star signs Sagittarius and Scorpio can both be found in which calendar month? So the star signs Sagittarius and Scorpio can both be found in which calendar month? Take the last letter of that calendar month, and it's the first letter of the first word in this answer. This is a two-word answer I'm after, first name and second name. Who had a serious accident in a drag car in 2006, a motorbike accident in Mozambique in 2017, and then a serious accident in Switzerland driving an electric supercar later that year? It's a two-word answer I'm after. So who had a serious accident in a drag car in 2006, a motorbike accident in Mozambique in 2017, and then a serious accident in Switzerland driving an electric supercar later that year? It's a two-word answer. First and surname, of course. Would you trust him to take your grandma to the supermarket? That's the answer. Probably not. And finally, take his last name of his surname, And it's the first letter of this nationality. What nationality was Abel Tasman, the first known European explorer to reach the islands of Van Diemen's Land and New Zealand? So what nationality was Abel Tasman, the first known European explorer to reach the islands of Van Diemen's Land and New Zealand? And of course, if you're lucky, the last letter of that answer will take you back to the first letter of number one, the first letter of number one. It's just a one-word answer, that, of course. So that was a pretty straightforward trivia trial. I don't think there was anything too testing there. One or two tricky questions, I think, maybe for the youngsters amongst our followers, but it's good to expand one's knowledge, whatever. So there we have it. Right then, I will do some marking because I don't think it takes too long with a trivia trial to get something at least that follows on from the previous answer. So let's do some marking quickly. Are we ready? Pens to hand. Have a beer and a break whilst you can. Question number one, which actress played the role of the hospital matron? That was Hattie Jacques, of course. Hattie Jacques. That gave you the S for Scaramanga, who was the main antagonist in The Man with the Golden Gun. That gave you the A for that battle at the end of the world. It's called Armageddon. We've all heard of Armageddon. It's prophesied in the book of Revelations. Question number four, that gave you the N, of course, for that type of cell called a neuron. That in turn gave you an N for Nelly, as in Nelly the elephant, that fictional intelligent elephant. That gave you an E, of course, for that very difficult instrumental musical composition. They are called etude. An etude, that's what I was after. It was often written for piano, but other instruments as well. So I think Chopin wrote no end of etudes, didn't he? Question number 7, of course, starting with the letter E, was the club Everton. Everton, Goodison Park. That gave you the N, of course, for that month of the year, November, which I'm sure you all have got. That gave you the R for Richard Hammond, that guy that had a drag car accident, motorbike accident, and a dreadful supercar accident. That in turn gave you the D, of course, for Dutch. Abel Tasman was Dutch. And that, of course, with the H, took you all the way back to number one with Hattie Jacques. So well done if you got that. Right, let's have some scores in, see how you've fared after round number 4. I'm sure we've got some high scores in that round. We will see. Right then, we've got Nick Bowers straight in. Well done, Nick, with a 31. Mike Yates is on 37 points. That's a great score, Mike. The Yorkies, Georgia Lambert had 25 for the Yorkies. Well played, Georgia. Michelle Gibbons on 36. What Graham Gifford on 36. Sarah and the gang from Worcester on 37. Ian Miller's on 34. We've got Roger Griffiths on 33. Don Quixote on 39. Jed and Tracy on 36. Rugby Roach Clubber on 38. Blown it 31, says Leslie. Oh, what a shame. Ann Anderson's on 32. Gaz and Bean are on 27. 32. Thanks to what? Tina's football knowledge. Oh dear. Does that mean yours isn't very good? You must have known it was Everton. Never mind. Ice Baby, 38 points. Well played, Ice Baby. Footy Fox on 27. We've got Mick Roberts on 35. Squeaky Bob's on 36. Split the difference still to drop a point. 40 points. PRS are on 39. Well done that. First 10 out of 10. So they're back on course now. Lisa Lasky on 32. We've got Home Alone 6 on 35. We've got the Wizzy Rascals on 38. Andrew Lewis is on 30. Ian Sherritt picking up steam now. They're on 35 points. As Pick and Mix on 35 points. The famous Five are on 39 points. Pinky and Perky are now on 41. So they've obviously been miscounting, but never mind. So well played, Pinky and Perky. Now in the lead, clearly. But never mind. We'll see how we go. So I presume that's a 31, but it might be a 41. I don't know. As we've only had 40 questions. Right then, I'm now, you'll be pleased to know, third bottle of the night tonight. This is from, does anybody recognise the hair or whatever it is? Bath Ales. This is called their West Coast IPA. Not quite sure which West Coast they mean, but it's probably the West Coast of the States, I suppose. So Pinky and Perky, yep, on 31 points. Well done, Pinky and Perky. I thought you'd immediately gone into the lead with that round, but never mind. Right then, your next round tonight is a mystery numbers. Mystery number of letters, it says, 1 to 10 in random order. So one of the answers is 1 letter long. Another answer is 2 letters long. Another is 3 letters long. Another is 4. You get the idea. But there's one of each. So there is 1 10-letter answer, 1 9-letter answer, 1 8-letter answer. I hope if it goes anything like last week's, we're bound to cock it up at some stage. But let's hope it doesn't. So here we go then. Question number 1. Yes, this is Bath Ale's West Coast IPA. We were in Bath last week, actually. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Right, here we go. Of course, it could be the West Coast of England, but I doubt it. Here we go then. Question number 1. Along with his colleague, Wendy, who is a builder found in the British children's animated television show created by Keith Chapman? Just a one-word answer. So, along with his colleague, Wendy, who is a builder found in the British children's animated television show created by Keith Chapman. Come on, that's not too hard, surely. Question number 2. In musical terminology, what name is given to the speed or pace of a given piece of music? So in musical terminology, what name is given to the speed or pace of a given piece of music? I don't know what language it comes from. Probably Italian, I would have thought, but I don't know. Oh, where's my quiz gone? Sorry, I was just typing up. Question number 3, listen carefully. With the atomic number 5, which symbol is used for the element boron? It is a metalloid that is found in small amounts in meteorites, but pure carbon is not found naturally. Sorry, pure boron is not found naturally on Earth. My cursor was on the B for looked like carbon at the time. So with the atomic number 5, which symbol is used for the element boron? It is a metalloid that is found in small amounts in meteorites, but pure boron is not found naturally on Earth. What's that? A waffly chemical question. Wife's moaning that I put in too many waffly chemical questions, but never mind. I'm a daughter. Oh, God. There might be people that are scientists and chemists, you know, think that's easy. Question number 4. Derived from Italian, what word is often used to describe the Class 390 type of electric high-speed train now operated by Avanti West Coast Trains in the United Kingdom? So it's a one-word answer. Derived from Italian, what word is often used to describe the Class 390 type of electric high-speed train now operated by Avanti West Coast Trains in the United Kingdom? So, anyway, we like chemical waffles. Good. Sarah, so you see, Worcester friends like chemical waffles. Martin says it's better than football, but you can't get much easier than Everton, can you? Blimey. And Georgia says we prefer chocolate waffles. Good, fair play to you. Hope you're on some tonight. Anything with chocolate on it's got to be good. Right then, question number 5. What short name goes before pinion to describe a type of gearing system? So what short name goes before pinion to describe a type of gearing system? I shouldn't have said short, really, should I? Never mind. It is, yeah, I suppose. Question number 6, listen carefully. What can be a building located in Arlington County, Virginia, and a geometric shape whose exterior angles are each 72 degrees? That can't be right. That must be interior angles. Yeah, it must be interior angles. It can't be exterior. So what can be a building located in Arlington County, Virginia, and a geometric shape whose interior angles are each 72 degrees? It's got to be right, isn't it? It's got to be interior angles, isn't it? No, that can't be right either. I'm not sure if that's right. Never mind. The exterior? Yeah, it is. Sorry. Yeah, it's the way they calculate exterior angles, of course. Sorry, it is exterior after all. It's the way they calculate exterior angles. It seems a bit stupid to me, but there you go. Should have just left it where it was, but never mind. Right, where have I got to? I think we know what the answer to that one is anyway. Question number 7 for all you golfers. In the game of golf, what do you attempt to hit on the majority of courses when teeing off on a par 5 hole? So in a game of golf, what do you attempt to hit on the majority of courses when teeing off on a par 5 hole? And don't say the flag because you're not Tiger Woods. Question number 8. What is a form of energy that is obtained from the heat that is found within the earth? Georgia and Diana both got the same thing. Yes, you try and hit the ball, that's for sure. Oh dear, oh dear. Ian, stop giving clues away. Oh dear. Try and hit the ball. That's a bit like me, that is. My golf's as good as that. If I can hit the ball, I'm all right. I did get around a golf course in about 110 once. It was about my best ever. But not very good at golf, unfortunately. So question number 8 again. What is a form of energy that is obtained from the heat that is found within the earth? And finally, question number 9. Listen carefully. What is, you won't know this one, what is a city in Burkina Faso, a major river in Italy, which you will know, and it's also the name of a red 6-foot-tall children's character with a round antenna on the head? That makes it a bit easier. So what is a city of Burkina Faso, a major river in Italy, and is also the name of a red 6-foot-tall children's character with a round antenna on her head? Stupid question, that is. You wait until we get in the next round. We've got some silly questions coming up to the next round. That'll sort you all out. And finally, question number 10. What one word derived from Latin means on or relating to the upper side or back of an animal, plant, or organ? So what one word derived from Latin means on or relating to the upper side or back of an animal, plant, or organ? You'll have all heard that word, that's for sure. Right then, you should have one letter answer, one 2-letter answer, one 3-letter answer, one 4-letter answer, one 5-letter answer, and so on and so forth. Have we made any mistakes there, Ange? Anybody think I've made a mistake? Say it now. We had a problem last week with a plural, which really threw them, but never mind. Sorry, got it wrong. All 5 letter answers, yeah. I'm sure you're only kidding in. Right then, are we ready to do some marking? Masterful use of we there. Yeah, thank you. I'm a great admirer of your bladder. I'm well practiced, you don't worry about that. As a brewer and a pub owner. Oh dear God. What? Oh. Not quite, Annie. Right then, here are the answers to round number 5, the mystery number of letters round. Question number 1, along with his colleague Wendy, who is the builder, founder of the British children's animated TV show created by Keith Chapman. Of course, that was Bob. So that gives us a 3-letter answer. In musical terminology, what name is given to a speed or pace of a given piece of music? So that's called the tempo. The tempo. Number 3. The atomic number 5, boron, of course, is the single letter B. B. Well done if you got that. Number 4, that name of the train, which is derived from Italian, is the Italian for pendulum, actually, is a pendolino. A pendolino. Well done if you got that. Used to be operated, of course, and were bought by Virgin and then transferred to Avanti. God knows. Question number 5 for the short name that goes before pinion, of course, is Iraq, as in Iraq and pinion. Number 6, the building I was after was the Pentagon. Apparently has exterior angles of 72 degrees. I need to work that one out. Number 7, in the game of golf, what do you attempt to hit besides the ball on the majority of courses when teeing off on a par 5 hole? That's the fairway. You try and hit the fairway, of course. Number 8, what is the form of energy that is obtained from deep within the earth? That's a geothermal. Number 9, what is the city of Burkina Faso? Well, I'm sure you all know there was a city in Burkina Faso called Po. And finally, number 10, what one word derived from the Latin means or relating to the upper side? That's dorsal, as in a dorsal fin. So well done if you got that, dorsal. That was your 6-letter answer. Right then, everyone, let's have some answers in. See, some scores in. See how you've all fared after that. Squeaky bum. Straight into the 45. We've got Sarah from and the gang and Russ from Worcester and the rest of the team on 47 points. Fantastic. Kevin Keenan on 48, the Rugby Rotary Club. Emailers on 42. We've got Graham Gifford on 46. PRS on 49 points. Andrew Lewis is on 40. Martin Davis on 41. Roger Griffiths is on 41. Got Nick Roberts on 44. Nick Bowers on 38. Home Alone 6 on 43. We've got Harry, Julian, Ian on 44 points. We've got Jen and Tracy on 45. Ann Anderson's on 40. Michelle says, oh dear, on 43. Ice Baby on 46. 31 for the Yorkies. Only got Poe thanks to the Teletubbies. Ha ha. Well done. Well, that's one you should know. Gaz and Bean, 32. Well, you wouldn't have got Po, maybe the longest river in Italy, or major river in Italy. Gaz and Bean on 32. Mike Yates on 47 points. Well played, Mike. Split the difference from 50. They haven't dropped a point yet. Team UK USA on 41 points. Footy Fox on 31. Don Quizzoto, 49 points. The Quizzy Rascals on 48. And a famous 5 on 49. And we've got Pinky and Perky on 49 points. No, it can't be right. They're on 39 points. It's great to be there or thereabouts. Well done, Diane. Leslie Barrett's on 39 and a half. Ian Sherritt's trying to explain to me 360 all the way around. 5 sides, changing direction, 72. Okay. It's not exactly what I'd call an exterior angle, but never mind. I would have thought it was the whatever it is on the inside minus the rest, but never mind. Pick and mix on 44 points. Well played, pick and mix. Right then, now as I said, round number 6 is general trivia. I am not expecting anybody to get more than 6 on this round. This is tricky, so this may well sort the whole quiz out because we've got 4 teams on 49 points. We've got 1 or 2 teams on 48, and we've got 1 team at the moment that haven't dropped a point on 50. But this is not an easy round, but it is just tricky trivia. So let's see how you fare as we go into this silly round, should I say, of stupid trivia that you may or may not know. So question number 1, are we ready? Eyes down looking. I hope you've all had your beer and whatever else. Question number 1, according to the Oxford English Dictionary, how many current words in the English language end in the letters G-R-Y? I'll give you the choice. I normally do. Is it 1, 2, or 5? So question 1, according to the Oxford English Dictionary, how many current words in the English language end in the letters G-R-Y? I'll give you the choice. Is it 1, 2, or 5? And there's no good looking on Wikipedia on this one because the Oxford English Dictionary has something like 100,000 more words than you'll ever find on Wikipedia. You never find it. So I was thinking of having the full English Oxford Dictionary on my phone, but they charge you a subscription, and it's a huge amount. You could, of course, buy the whole lot, but it gets out of date, of course, but never mind. Right, question number 2 is a bit easier. Which American magazine publisher, founder, and editor-in-chief of Playboy magazine died on this day in 2017 at the age of 91? That's a bit easier. So, which American magazine publisher, founder, and editor-in-chief of Playboy died on this day in 2017 at the age of 91? Two-word answer, pretty straightforward. Now, talking about angles from the last round, I hope I got this one right. With a smile on his face. I bet he did. You're right, Ian. Who could have had a better life, you have to say. Question number 3. What is the sum? I'll let you work this one out. What is the sum of the internal angles that you would find on a £1 coin? So what is the sum of the internal angles that you would find on a £1 coin? Now I know the sides aren't quite straight, but let's assume they're perfect angles, not rounded bits, you know. That's going to take some working out. Never mind. I'll let you work it out. That one you can, I'll leave it, I'll give you a bit of time at the end to kind of work that one out. So question number 4, the name of which city came before this short sentence? Tranquility Base here, the Eagle has landed. So the name of which city came before this short sentence? Tranquility Base here, the Eagle has landed. I expect 1 or 2 of the teams haven't got a clue what the hell that means. But never mind. How many of you are have got to still work from home or have been told to work from home as of next week? Be interested to know whether, I don't know, where the hell we're going with this virus. It's a bit awkward, this virus, isn't it? Seems to know what to do as the government changes guidance. I'm sure the virus is mutating to try and outdo Boris and whatever he does, but never mind. Right, question number 5. Listen carefully. Chesham Station is 25 miles northwest of Charing Cross, making it the furthest underground station from central London. But in which English county would you find it? So Chesham Station is 25 miles northwest of Charing Cross, making it the furthest London Underground station from central London. But in which English county would you find it? It's an interesting question. God, I don't know why I put number 7 in. We'll see. Oh dear God. Have you seen number 7? Right, sorry. Good luck. Right, better have another swig of this beer. See whether I can pronounce this. Martin Davis will probably know this straight off the top of his head. So question number 7, listen carefully. In what part of Wales would you find the small town of Llanfairpwllgwyngyl Gogi Quindrob Uli Llandysiliogogog? Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? So, and I'm going to give you the choice. Sorry. I'll give you the choice. Is it Pembrokeshire, Anglesey, or Snowdonia? So there we have it. In what part of Wales would you find the small town of Llanfairpwllgwyngyl Gogi Quindrob Llandysiliogogog? Yeah, see, it's not too bad, is it, Martin? Could you say it better? Yes, he could. Oh dear, what a stupid question that is. So basically, is it in Pembrokeshire, Anglesey, or Snowdonia? How many of you can actually say? There's going to be some of you that can say that perfectly, I'm sure. That was question, or was it question? Oh, it was question 6. Sorry, Graham. I'm getting ahead of myself. I was having too much fun. Joe can say it perfectly. Well done, Joe. I thought there'd be somebody that could say it perfectly. There's no doubt about that. Something about the Church of St. Mary's near some stream in the middle of somewhere. Made it up as I went along, but never mind. So is Joe Welsh then, Sarah? I doubt whether anybody can pronounce it, even after a beer or two, but never mind. Unless you've learnt it. No, just clever. Right. So you know the answer to that one clearly then. Right then, question number 7. Frankenstein, a novel written by English author Mary Shelley, tells the story of a young scientist who creates a grotesque creature in an unorthodox experiment. But what is the young scientist's first name? You're right, Robin, it was a made-up name. I did read about it. It was to promote tourism. But why not? It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Bit like the stinking bishop thing, really, wasn't it? What a great bit of marketing that was, whoever came up with that name. Dear God. So Frankenstein, a novel written by English author Mary Shelley, tells the story of a young scientist who creates a grotesque creature in an unorthodox experiment. But what is the young scientist's first name? Question number 8. This might catch a few out, this one. Might not do. Question 8. Tiger's Eye, Pink Bonnet, and Twisted Deceiver are 3 varieties of what? Now I'm going to give the choice. Are they types of fungi, chili peppers, or butterflies? So question 8 again. Tiger's eye, pink bonnet, and twisted deceiver are 3 varieties of what? I'll give you the choice. Are they types of fungi, chili peppers, or butterflies? I know. That's why you're doing it. How do you spell guineas? How do you spell guineas? Question number 9. Here we go then. Who holds the Guinness Book of World Records record for the longest novel ever written? And again, I'm going to give you the choice. Was it Leo Tolstoy, Charles Dickens, or Marcel Proust? That's a good question. This is a typical stupid trivia question. So, who holds the Guinness Book of World Records record for the longest novel ever written? I'll give you the choice. Is it Charles Dickens, Leo Tolstoy, or Marcel Proust? Now, real top quality quizzes will have heard of that one, I'm sure. Sorry about the multiple choice questions, but it kind of helped sort a little bit out, I'm sure, in the last round, because we're all very close, far too close, so this might suit some and not the others, but never mind, let's see how we fare. And finally, question number 10 to bring the quiz to a close tonight. At 5 feet 4 inches tall, which of these 3 men was the shortest? Again, I'll give you the choice. Was it Lord Nelson, Napoleon Bonaparte, or Charlie Chaplin? So at 5 foot 4 inches tall, which of these 3 men was the shortest? I'll give you the choice. Was it Lord Nelson, Napoleon Bonaparte, or Charlie Chaplin? I told you it's an absolute sod of a last round, that one. However, it was multiple choice, so you did have a chance of at least 1 in 3 chance of getting some of them right. But never mind. It's I won't give you too long on that, because the only one you really need to work out is the sum of the internal angles that you'd find on a pound coin, I suppose. Okay then, everybody. Do we need much more time? Have you got an answer for everyone? Yep. One, you got an answer. Has everybody actually got an answer for everything? I know teams will be pulling their teeth out at this stage, trying to get the right answers. And don't let them talk you out of this one, Claire. Don't let Robin or Matthew talk you out of one. Carol Jackson, no, you're ready to go, are you, Carol, or not? Is that? Sorry, I didn't. What did I ask? I can't remember what I asked now. Do you need more time, Carol? That probably means no. In which case, right? Okay, then, everybody, pens down. Let's just let's sort everybody out. Give you too long, you can look them all up. I never talk. there, but she's usually right. Now we haven't got answers, and more time won't help. Right, that's fine. No, time won't help. There's no point, is there? So here we go then. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, how many current words in the English language end with the letters G-R-Y? I gave it the choice. Was it 1, 2, or 5? It's 5. 5 words end with the letters G-R-Y. There's the common ones, angry and hungry. And then there's agri, which is a glass bead found and buried in Ghana somewhere. Pugri, a light scarf wound around a hat or a helmet. And meagre, a meagre appearance, apparently. So 5 is the answer to that one. Number 2, of course, was Hugh Hefner. I think we would have got that. Number 3, the sum of the internal angles that you would find on a pound coin. Well, it's 12-sided, and it should add up to 1,800. 1,800. Well done if you worked that out. Number 4, the name of which city became, before this short sentence, Tranquility Base here, the Eagles had landed. Well, that was Houston. It said Houston, Tranquility Base here, the Eagle has landed. Number 5, Chesham is in Buckinghamshire. Well done if you got that. Number 6, Llanfairpwll Gwyngyth Gorg Inquidorby Uli Landi Siliogogok is in Anglesey. Well done if you got that. Number 7, it was Victor Frankenstein, of course, his first name. Number 8, Tiger's Eye, Pink Bonnet, and Twisted Deceiver are all types of fungi. Well done if you worked that one out. Number 9, the longest novel ever was À la Recherche du Temps Perdu, which is In Search of Lost Time by Marcel Proust. In Search of Lost Time. What's that? Clive's got it. What's it? Has he read it? Well, if you've got it, it helps, of course. Apparently, somebody's got that book. And number 10, at 5 foot 4 inches tall, which of these 3 men was the shortest? I gave you the choice. Was it Lord Nelson, Napoleon Bonaparte, or Charlie Chaplin? It was Lord Nelson. Lord Nelson at 5 foot 4. Apparently, Napoleon Bonaparte was 5 foot 4.5 or something. Charlie Chaplin was about 5 foot 5. So it was Lord Nelson anyway, was the shortest. I looked up a few other shorties, but never mind. So let's see how you've all fared. That was a very tricky last round. I hope you enjoyed that last round because it was a bit stupid, but never mind. We've got the Rugby Rose Club, 58 points now. That may be a winning score. Sarah with a fantastic 54 points. We've got Mike Yates on 53. Well played, Mike. We've got Footy Fox on 40 with Squeaky Bob on 453. We've got Nick Bowers on 44. We've got the Quizzy Rascals on 57. Well played, the Quizzy Rascals. Roger Griffiths on 47. We've got Ian Miller on 47. We've got the Yorkies on 38 points. Well played. Martin Davis on 46. Pick a Mix on 49. Mick Roberts on 50. Well played, Mick. Graham Given on 52. Well played, Graham. Ian Barrett on 44. PRS said they crashed and burned on 55. That was a tricky round. Jed and Tracy on 51 points. Well played, them. Ian and Anthony James on 55 points. Michelle, wow. Yeah, it was a bit stupid. Longest book. We must remember the longest book. Marcel Proust, apparently. Michel Proust, what was his name? 48 points. Well, it appears we've got both the teams from Crick ending up on 48 points. That was our worst round ever, says Carol. Never mind, Carol. Back for next week, anyway, whatever. Anne Anderson on 45. Can you explain the pound coin one? Well, not really. It was 12-sided. The pound coin's 12 sides, and the internal angles add up to a total of 1,800, apparently. Leslie Barrett, cheers, Nick. Sorry, split the difference, 59 points. We got Pinky Berkey, piss poor on 44. Ian Harry and Julie, well done on 53. We've got Gaz and Bean on 37. Ice Baby on 51. Mike and Hospice quiz. Yes, don't forget the Mike and Hospice quiz. Can you put the Leslie, can you put the telephone number for them to ring if they're interested? And certainly if that's rugby teams, that's fine. We've got or the link. Can you post the link on? Or in fact, if you give me the link, I'll post it for you. Yeah, the £1 coin technique rounds, that's right. The famous five are on 56. Well played. Team UK USA, our worst round since we started playing OT. Also, Don Quizzo also crashed and burned, 6 out of 10 there. Never mind, that's a good score in the end. Thanks, Nicola. So what was your total score, Don Quixote? I don't want to have to go back and work it out for next week. We've got Ian on, Pick and Mix from 49. Well done, Pick and Mix. And there's lots of thank yous, and thank you everybody for taking part tonight. Andrew Lewis on 44, that's great. And I thought all 2D shapes needed to add to 360. Good fun, thanks. Yeah, it was quite good fun tonight. And we will hopefully see you again, if not next Sunday. Do come and take part on Wednesday night. We'll be doing the Wednesday night quiz. Ian's putting the internal angles, so 12 times 150. Yeah, the internal angle on each of the sides of a 12-sided polygon is in fact 150 degrees. You multiply that by 12 and you end up with 1800 degrees. Not all shapes have 360 degrees internal angles. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I know it's a bit complicated some terms of that, but never mind. Georgia saying, thank you for the quiz, had a great time. I'm glad you did. And same to you, Andrew, and Jane, have a good week. And to everybody, stay safe, have a good week. Hopefully the weather's going to improve a bit, at least the temperature. I think we've got a bit of rain coming over the next day or two, but at least the temperature is going in the right direction. So whatever you do, stay safe, have a good week. We'll see a few of you on Wednesday, or whoever wants to come and play on Wednesday. If not, next Sunday. So out and out winners tonight. We have split the difference, I think, on 59 points, very closely followed by the Rugby Rotary Club, who only dropped 2 points all night on 58 points. So well played, both teams there, because there were some difficult questions. I know one of the teams actually owned the book, which was the longest book apparently in the Guinness Book of Records. So that helps, of course, with your knowledge if you own the book that's the longest book ever written. God knows whether he's read it. Anyway, yeah, thanks everybody for taking part tonight. We will see you hopefully next Wednesday or indeed Sunday. Stay safe and have a great week. Cheers. Good night all. And yeah, cheers everybody. That's me, Morgan.